Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to every single one of you guys out there. We are back with a Christmas live stream, that is right, and in fact we have a Santa rally that is happening right now. Now it is December 24th 2024. Bitcoin is right around that $100,000 price level. I have a 3-month-old daughter. We've got a YouTube channel that's been around for about 4 years, approaching 40,000 subscribers very fast. But unfortunately, I actually cannot be with my family this Christmas. Why, might you ask? Fortunately, I have a little bit of strep throat, possibly a flu. I don't know what I have, but I am sick. And yet, still live streaming Crypto Kip on the holiday? Well, guys, we are dedicated to the cause of crypto, and I'm tweeting out right now, I am sick this Christmas, and yet the show must go on. Boom. Posting, retweeted out. Welcome to the Crypto Report, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great today. Yeah, Cleary's beef in the chat. Fulano in the chat, if I say your name right. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Yes, no 10-minute timer today. I'm gonna do about as long of a stream as my body will let me. We are sick today for Christmas, which is a bummer, but I do have some things to talk about. We are having a Santa rally right now, and it's pretty nice. You guys should be pretty excited. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Bitcoin's back to 99K, which is amazing. Up 5.94% today. Ethereum is not, slow to keep pace with Bitcoin right now. It's up 5% as well. Something very cool that we've seen in the crypto market is almost a bounce, kind of a bounce off 3 trillion. I wanted to see a full-fledged bounce off 3 trillion. Crypto is looking so strong right now that it didn't even get a true bounce off 3 trillion. In fact, it kind of just wicked down close to it, but didn't quite bounce on top of it. We don't need to. I've been telling you guys that I'd feel a lot more comfortable if we did for a true reversal to the upside, but we did not see that. Bitcoin was slipping, looking spooky, looking like, hey, maybe it wanted to take a journey to 85K, but here you go. Maybe that was a fake out. Now we are going to have some resistance right here at about 99. So be on the lookout for that. If we see Bitcoin above 100K today, guess what? Santa rally is real. Bitcoin is probably going to keep coming back up. This makes more sense to me now, because one thing I've been telling you guys about, like just looking at the Dogecoin chart, is this was finding a bottom off of this trend line, which is great to see. Let me actually get a fresh Doge BTC chart up. I've been looking at this one a lot. We've been talking a lot about, oh, there we go. Okay, it's back. We've been looking a lot at Doge versus Bitcoin, just to kind of get an idea of the broader altcoin market, and it's getting a beautiful bounce here. Now, Bitcoin dominance is actually coming back up a little bit right now, which is interesting. So, for our altcoin season, we're still in limbo, guys. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for that big move of Bitcoin dominance to come down. Is this green candle's coming up? That shows you that Bitcoin, which makes sense when Bitcoin's pumping, it really likes to pump, is now slightly outperforming the altcoin market today. Some altcoins like Doge are still showing some strength here at the support, which is great. There's a war where Bitcoin's coming up and Dogecoin's up today as well, by the way. So Dogecoin's coming up. Everything's kind of floating up today. And if you look at the total market cap, you will see that reflected in this chart as well, which is fantastic. Shout out to everybody in the chat today. Hope everybody's doing great. Ricky Ricardo Crypto says, to all the boys that were here at 16K BTC, you are legends. And I agree. You are legends. Buenos dias, Johnny Sevenfold. How's it going? Crypto Keeper Chris in the chat. If you're just tuning in, I have something going on today. I'm sick. It's a bummer. No family time for me. Unfortunately, I'm really sad about it. My wife is still here. She's actually making me some food right now, taking care of me. And then her and my baby girl are going to go over to her family's house later and kind of enjoy their time. And I'll just Grubhub something and watch some crypto charts, I guess, and do some content. I don't know. I don't want to get anybody else sick. So, I mean, today we want to look out to see if Bitcoin can get above this level. And we can kind of continue back to new highs here. And maybe our total market cap has bounced. Let's look at some of the stories. There's not too many stories. Again, I'm not going to have a super long stream today. It's going to be a relatively short stream because I'm not feeling too well. But I did want to talk about these markets and give you guys a nice Christmas live stream for you. Pudgy Penguin's coming back up. One of the leading gainers today. BitGet token has been rallying a lot lately. HBAR is one that I know a lot of people have been excited about. Jasmy coin, I've been doing Jasmy videos, and I told you guys that I saw Jasmy kind of hitting some support so long as Bitcoin dominance doesn't do anything crazy. And we're actually seeing the Jasmy chart do something exactly as I talked about, and I'm going to do a Jasmy video later, so I don't want to spoil the surprise, but if we see this thing break through here, it could be great. So could be getting a big move out of Jasmy here very soon. Crocoin's looking nice, having a nice move back to the upside. We were talking about the fears of 12 cents. The fears of 12 cents came only if Bitcoin came down to 85K and Bitcoin's turning the other way. So Crocoin's coming back up. That's great to see. V-Chain's getting a nice pump today. Brett on Base Chain's getting a nice pump today. Interesting that the Solana memes are lagging behind a little bit right now. Solana's a little slow right now as well, trying to get a bounce off this level, which is great. I was actually telling everybody as well, and this looks a lot like Stacks. Stacks is getting a nice bounce exactly off the trend line that I discussed in my video yesterday. I was saying that Stacks really shouldn't be going any lower than like $1.50, $1.55, $1.60 area. And it's back up to like $1.75 today because that was support. Bitcoin's bouncing. Now, if Bitcoin slipped, everything would turn the other way. But we've got everything up about 22 to 10% today. So some of our altcoins are still outperforming Bitcoin, but generally, Bitcoin dominance is coming up. So Bitcoin is generally outperforming. Oh, and here we go. We're actually moving above this trend line right now. Here we go. This is great, guys. Bitcoin dominance is coming up, so let's keep an eye on that. And then for those of you guys that were sad about the price action lately, well, you should be cheery now. It's a merry day after all. Merry Christmas. And December, we're up 2.28% today. We've got, just so you know, 7 days left in the month. So we've got 7 days to have big moves for crypto. We could all of a sudden see this thing get to double-digit gains. You never know. Maybe this thing starts to rip, roar, and soar. Crypto Keeper says, don't get too excited. I have a feeling we will have another crash. Maybe, potentially. Maybe not. Perhaps this is that Santi rally. We'll have to see. Generally speaking, I'm waiting on a much bigger bull market. You know, there was some really great long opportunities here, and a couple of them what I called out. And I want to go to one chart in particular. Jasmy, I've been talking about. Solana, I've been talking about. But I looked at Stacks yesterday with our community here. And I have this blue trend line drawn out. And I said, you know what? This would probably be a great opportunity for a long. Did anybody have the guts? I mean, this is an insane call. I mean, it was right here. It was dancing on this trend line. And now it's up, 10%. Easy 10%. Beautiful, easy trend line to spot. Super, super sensible. Now, if Bitcoin rejects here, it could slip back down. If I was in a trade on Stacks right now, and it was in a long and I was up, I would be shuffling out some good profits on that 10% pump. You make good money on a 10% move, especially if you're using higher leverage. Higher leverage could be dangerous. Please be careful, guys. Let's look at speaking of leverage, let's look at some of the liquidations and just see what's going on over the last couple days. Leverage is coming down. And so notice that as leverage is kind of coming down, we're able to kind of move back up. Well, one thing that I've said a lot is when we see liquidations happen, that's when you get big moves in crypto. That is true. But then there starts to be this thing where a lot of longs and a lot of shorts come in, and then we kind of get stuck in a price range. And then once those leveraged positions get cleaned out, that is when we can kind of start to get some buyers pump back up. Matt Crafter says, can't make you're not on a 10% return. Well, if you're using 10x leverage, you can make really good money. And if you make a couple moves like that, you can make really good money. Now 10x leverage is risky. I like using under 5x leverage, but I've dabbled with the other ways, and you can make a lot of money on a 10% return with leverage. But 10% return, if you're just doing spot positions, Matt, I agree with you. That's not what we're here for. That's like an annual return in the S&P 500, and that's like a daily return for Bitcoin on a good day. I hear what you're saying. We're looking for 10x's. We're looking for 20x's. And we've talked about a lot of coins that have a lot of potential to do all those things. We've talked about, anything that I've got a chart up on. We've talked about Jasmine and Crow and Doge and Pepe. We talked about Pepe so early on. If you bought Pepe when we first talked about it on this channel, you'd be up hundreds of thousands of dollars likely. If you bought Peanut the Squirrel when we first talked about it, you would potentially be a millionaire. If you bought Moodang when I first did the Moodang video on this channel, you would have made a ton of money. If you did a bonk buy when Black Sea started talking about bonk, you would have made a ton of money in this bull market. And the truth is, guys, I believe there's so much more upside. And this little Santa rally is just really exciting because it's continuation to what I think our inevitable target could be in this bull market, which is possibly a $10 trillion market cap. I really do believe we could see the total market cap get there. I'm excited about it. So we'll have to see. Very low viewership on live stream today because I know everybody's just celebrating Christmas with their family, which I wish I could be, but I am sick and I don't want to get anybody sick. As for altcoin season, we are still waiting on that, guys. We are still waiting on that. Things are still headed in the right direction for Bitcoin dominance. If you'll see here, we want to not see it go back above this trend line. It's coming up a little bit today, but generally it seems to be wanting to come down right now. You will know when we're in altcoin season because this thing will be up here for months at a time. And if you're buying while it's up there, you're doing yourself a disservice. You should be buying altcoins when they're weak. You should be buying anything when it's weak. Buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. That's the name of the game, my friends. And then North Korea, here's a story from North Korea. They just stole $1.3 billion worth of crypto in 2024. Casual $1.3 billion in 2024. That's pretty neat. I don't know. I don't really care about these stories. Obviously there's hackers that are stealing in crypto. I would like to know how much money hackers are stealing from banks and centralized entities. I wish somebody would come out with those numbers. Perhaps I should ask ChatGPT. I've been asking ChatGPT a lot of things lately. I'm going to ask that later. And then I'll report to you tomorrow on what ChatGPT says. So if North Korea stole $1.3 billion in 2024 from crypto, what do they steal that wasn't crypto? And I would bet it's more. I would bet it's more. Maybe it's not. Maybe some of these centralized crypto firms are leaving themselves susceptible to Korean hackers. But I'm just tired of these stories. I think it's always funny how these stories come out. Does anybody actually care that North Korean hackers are yeah, okay, do you want North Korea to have a bunch of money? I get it. No, whatever. Fine. But there's hacks in crypto. Yes, there's hacks in everything. Why do we have to talk about the hacks in crypto all the time? It's funny. Think of the broader trend here, though. I want to remind you guys this. BlackRock bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin right on the eve of the dip. Is that a catastrophe? Interesting story here. They bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin right before we dipped from like 108K down to 92K. And I bet you BlackRock didn't care at all because clearly BlackRock has a aggressive accumulation strategy in place. I believe now they have more Bitcoin than Michael Saylor. I believe they do. They're getting close to the amount of Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto has. So do you think they care that Bitcoin dipped a little bit? No. They're buying Bitcoin knowing that one day it's going to be at $1 million, just like you and me. Just like you and me, my friends. Let's do a little Q&A with the 83 folks we have watching today. We've got about half and half right now on X and YouTube. Everybody's with their families today, which I love to see. So very, very light live stream, very, very short stream for you. But let's do a little Q&A. Let's look at some other charts and try to see if we can find some other technicals. The biggest thing, guys, is Bitcoin dominance. Again, you're not going to want to see it go above 59%. Let's look at what charts you guys want to take a peek at here. Just let me know in the comments section. take a peek at Crow real quick. I'll take a close look at that. I know a lot of folks want to see that one from our channel. Okay. So we got Crow coin. Found a nice little floor here at, I got to the high 13 cents. No, 14 cents. I had a nice little bounce. I told you guys to be careful at 12 cents, but that was only if Bitcoin really did the thing and slipped. Now, Bitcoin wicked above this blue line. It might be finding some resistance here. So, caution, guys. And see that perfect resistance off that line. These lines are not just arbitrary lines. These have been very, very accurate lines. The only question then is, here's the fear, and this is why the crypto keeper in the chat is probably expecting another dump, because it did break out below this trend line. It kind of broke out, and that's kind of saying that it wants to move lower. If we reject here, it could. Okay, maybe we're just getting a Santa rally. I would like to see it continue up. I'm ready. I would also not be surprised to see more downside, because this $3 trillion bounce that I've been talking to you guys about, I did expect to see a bounce off 3 trillion, and we didn't really get any daily candles that got down to that level. So I would feel more comfortable if we had seen that. Not that I want the prices to go down, but I would just feel more comfortable for the longevity and kind of the short to midterm pump if we had gotten a nice bounce off that level, which we did not, unfortunately. Taking a peek at Dogecoin. I mean, it's Dogecoin was kind of doing the same thing that Bitcoin was doing. So the biggest thing for Doge is I do think we're having a bounce here, which is great. I know a lot of people are curious about stacks. Like, I want to remind you guys this. Stacks back in March of 2020, March of 2024 was 168%. Oh no, 144% higher. That's a 2.5x. Okay. That's good gains. That's just the previous all-time high. I think that Stacks is going to $10 in this bull market. I think that Stacks can go a lot higher. I think we can make a ton of money in this crypto market on a lot of different coins. I think Stacks is one of them. I think Cardano's got a lot of exciting things going on. Chroman Empire says, is this a real reversal or a bull trap? It could be either. I'm going to be honest with you. The concern that I have is that, we are seeing some resistance right here. We are seeing some resistance right here. So that is a true concern that I do have, that you guys should be aware of. Okay. So be aware of that. Be cautious. However, we are in a bull market, and I think we're going to go a lot higher. December's been surprisingly calm, and I would like to see, we had a great beginning of December, but then we came back down. So maybe it wasn't surprisingly calm. We had a really great beginning of December. We took new highs, but now it's down and it's coming back up again. These could be little games. I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I think that we've got, broadly speaking, about 200 days of bull market left. And I'm very much looking forward to that. I think we got tremendous amount of upside left in this bull market. So, even if this is a bull trap, okay, if you buy here and it comes back down, great. You got another dip to buy. And then there's still, 200 days to find a good opportunity to take profit, whether it's Bitcoin or an altcoin or whatever it might be. Unfortunately, I'm sick today, guys. For those of you guys that were like, wow, Kip's got low energy today. I'm actually quite sick. And I'm getting body aches now. And now my screen sharing capabilities are actually failing me, so I can't even see the chat now. It's okay. We got a pump today. One of the coins that we've been talking about. Let's see. Let's go over. I know we talked a lot about memes, so let's go over to Deck Screener and take a peek at. Let's take a peek at the Kronos chain. So, for those of you guys in the Kronos ecosystem, we've been talking a lot about this Mary coin, and it looks like it found a bottom potentially here. Now, we do have some resistance. We were going to want to see it break through this $15 million level. If it breaks through the $15 million level, we're going to see some more resistance potentially at this $19 million level. maybe at 20 million. And after that, it's kind of going to take a very fast move up to 28 million. And if we get an exchange listing, this coin could do something great. It might not. Okay, guys. Crow with knives coming up today as well in the Kronos ecosystem. That's great to see. I am bullish on Kronos. A lot of people don't know about the Kronos chain. A lot of people don't like the Kronos chain. It's not a very active chain relative to like a Solana, but it's backed by crypto.com. I've got a lot of faith for the potential future for that project, for Kronos overall and this ecosystem. I believe that in the next few days, we're going to see a major exchange listing for Mary, and this thing is going to pump. I could be wrong. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy this coin. And if you don't like memes, don't buy this coin. You know, you do your research. You choose what you want to get. I've got some hypotheses. Some people have different hypotheses on different chains, like on base chain. Some people like, Brett on base because they believe that, Brett is super bullish. And, oh, that's not the real Brett. Brett is super bullish. It hasn't yet gotten listed on Coinbase. It's going to. When Brett gets listed on Coinbase, it's going to do some very huge moves. Well, today, Brett is coming up quite a bit. It's doing, oh man, that's not the right chart either. It's doing some good moves to the upside today. Let's find this. Let's find the proper Brett on base. There you go. There you go. Coming back up. Brett on base might have just found a bottom. Somebody was asking me the other day as well about Bonk. I didn't realize that Bonk on Solana was officially listed on Robinhood yesterday. Yeah. Somebody was asking me, could this be a bottom for Bonk? It looks like with this Bitcoin rally, I was saying it could, if Bitcoin rallied, then it could be a bottom. It's looking like a bottom potentially. Though you're still going to want to see Bonk kind of break through that trend line, just that vague trend line right there. You're going to want to see that move through that trend line if you want a big Bonk rally. I'm bullish on Bonk. I'm bullish on Brett. I'm bullish on Pepe. I'm bullish on Solana and Stacks. I'm bullish on really so many cryptocurrencies. It's awesome. There are so many different ways to make a 10x, a 20x, a 50x, and honestly, there's going to be a lot of 100x plays too. We're going to keep talking about crypto on this channel. We're going to continuously give you guys updates in this market and keep you guys aware of everything that's going on in the crypto space. We got 100 of you guys watching. Do me a favor and smash the like button. I've been live for 22 minutes and we're talking about all the things in crypto. Croman says go to bed, Kip, and he says we're not going anywhere. And you know what, guys? I am gonna get out of here. I did a 23-minute live stream for you guys with no intro there today, so just a straight 22-minute video for you. I am sick today. I need to get better. All the love in the world to you and your families today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Do me a favor, smash the like button. We're live streaming even while I'm sick. If you guys want to trade for yourself, you can check out the links in the comment section. Guys, that is all I have for you in this one. I'm sorry it's a short stream. I am not feeling well. We'll get you more content later today, though, I promise you. I'll see you next time, y'all. Merry Christmas. TDF, Legacy, all you guys. Servando Estrada, Croman, Crypto Keeper. All love to you guys. See you next time. Peace.